Hey guys, welcome back to the Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film monthly movie discussion. This month's discussion is from our good friend Bob of the North up in Canada. He picked the 1943 Alfred Hitchcock film Shadow of a Doubt. And up until 4 or 5 years ago, probably about 4 years ago, was the first time I watched it. I bought this Alfred Hitchcock box set when it first came out in 2012, I believe. Yeah, 2012. It's got a bunch of these Universal and Paramount films, and the film he did for MGM, North by Northwest, are all in this digibook-like packaging. And here's Shadow of a Doubt right here from 1943. And I've watched Psycho, The Birds, Frenzy, North by Northwest, Family Plot, numerous times out of this set. And like I said a few years ago, I said, well, let's watch something different. Never had seen Shadow of a Doubt before, and the first time I watched it, it quickly became one of my top 5 Hitchcock films, easily. Great location filming. It was filmed mostly in Santa Rosa, California, and a lot of the not a lot, but a few of the filming locations, they still stand as they were back then. They look pretty much the same as they do today. The house that the family lived in, it's still there. The train station is still there. I think it's a museum now, though. The library that young Charlie, the female protagonist, she visits midway through the movie to find a newspaper to learn more about her evil Uncle Charlie in the film, which was strangely open to 9 o'clock at night. I guess libraries were open very late back then. I always thought that was kind of amusing, but it was demolished in 1964 or 65, and most of the downtown filming locations don't look like they did at all. The buildings were pretty much damaged or destroyed by a 1969 earthquake. But a lot of outside filming, and that's what I like about it. The plot is pretty good. Teresa Wright, this was her first starring role, I believe. She plays young Charlotte Newton, nicknamed Charlie. Mainly, I guess, she's nicknamed Charlie after her uncle Charlie, who comes to visit, and he's played by Joseph Cotten. He was in several of the Alfred Hitchcock Presents TV shows in the late 50s and early 60s, and really good actor. Always liked him in a lot of the movies he was in, but he may or may not be the Merry Widow murderer that the police are looking for, and he's pretty much on the run from the beginning of the film. At the beginning, you don't know if he's the Merry Widow murderer, and what that is he's this guy's going around strangling older widows, recently widowed women, and taking their money from them. He gets these women to fall in love with him, and he kills them for their money. And I don't think I'm really giving anything away, but later on you do find out that he actually does this, but I won't say anything else about the outcome of the movie. But he, when he's on the run, he goes to stay with his loving family, his older sister, her husband, his loving niece named Charlie, and a very annoying younger niece. I think the actress that played her, even though she's very young, and it's I guess kind of hard to get younger actors and actresses get a good performance out of them. I always thought her scenes are kind of scenes in the film are kind of bad. Yeah, don't really care for the young girl in that movie. Her acting is just pretty bad. Uh, but yeah, did he or not? Did he or did he not do the crimes he was committed for? You'll just have to watch a very entertaining Hitchcock film to find out. Highly recommended. Great pick, Bob. 4 stars out of 4 stars for me. Hitchcock often said in many interviews this was his favorite film of all his that he directed. I think he was asked that on the Dick Cavett show and a few other news interviews. But yeah, I can concur. Really one of the very best early Hitchcock films before North by Northwest and Rope and Psycho all took off. But upon its release, it was very critically acclaimed, got good reviews, and to this day, it's got a 100% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is kind of rare for any film to have a 100% approval rating. But it was a box office failure. It didn't make much money. I think it finished what I was reading way down the bottom of the charts for 1943. Just didn't have a big audience. But with late night TV viewings and home video and all that, it's really picked up a big fan base in the last couple decades, I guess. But yeah, I really like this film, and always good to watch a Hitchcock film during our Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film marathon or picks for the month. But next month for April is Rick Gleaves' pick, and he picked the Ten Commandments just in time for Easter. I ordered the 4K last Sunday, and hasn't been shipped yet. But I'm not lacking in having it. I have 2 copies of it on Blu-ray and a copy on VHS. Probably still got a DVD of it somewhere. Even have it on CED. I know I have the CED of it. But yeah, if I don't get the 4K in, I may just cancel it and order it at a later date and watch the friggin' Blu-ray. But yeah, that'll be an interesting watch too, because I haven't watched the Ten Commandments since probably 92 or 93. Me and my older brother Roger, we used to sit up late at night and watch it frequently. He always liked it. He was always into those biblical movies, and a lot of them are very well made, but that's next discussion. Hope everyone's fine, and just go watch some movies and be good to each other. Bye.